Hi and welcome to this week's episode of The Digital Realm. My name is Drew.
And my name is Jack. We have an amazing show lined up for you today, but first, here's Matty with all your tech news.
A cybercrime mastermind suspected of stealing approximately £870 million has been arrested in Spain. The individual is alleged to be the head of the organised crime gang that ran the Carbanak and Cobalt malware campaigns that targeted banks. Europol said the group had been active since 2013 and infiltrated more than 100 banks. Money was laundered via cryptocurrencies and payment cards, which were used to buy luxury goods, including cars and homes. Europol, the FBI, cybersecurity firms and police forces in Spain, Romania, Belarus and Taiwan all collaborated to track down the gang, and said the European Policy Agency. A tiny DIY drone has reached a record height of 33,000 feet into the air, reaching an altitude normally reserved for passenger jets. Denis Koryakin flew his homemade gadget above a remote region of Siberia, where there are no legal altitude restrictions. In total, the flight lasted 26 minutes, with Mr. Koryakin able to capture a number of panoramic shots and the curvature of the Earth. The EU could step in to break up Google, the bloc's competition commissioner Margrethe Vestager warned today. Vestager said she had grave suspicions about the tech giant's growing power. The European Commission has had a series of run-ins with Google, including hitting the firm with a record £2 billion fine last June for favouring its own comparison shopping service. YouTube has banned videos showing people how to manufacture or modify guns and their accessories. Many firearm enthusiasts noticed that some of their videos had been removed from the video sharing website, and some had their channels suspended. Prominent gun video bloggers said the move was an erosion of US citizens' rights, and some said they would move their content to the pornography site Pornhub instead. YouTube's new policies on weapons will take full effect on the 20th of April. Fortnite was unheard of a year ago, but it is now sitting at the top of teenagers' most wanted games list. Previously, the game was only available on consoles and PC, but last week an iPhone version was given a limited release. Within hours, it topped the iTunes chart in 13 countries. According to the market research firm Sensor Tower, it made $1.5 million in revenue for its developer Epic Games in its first 3 days. The online shooter, in which 100 players fight to be the last person standing, is now the biggest video game in the world, with a huge fan base among schoolchildren and teenagers. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Matty. I'm sure those Fortnite numbers will increase over the next 2 weeks. Speaking of gaming, the previously PS4 exclusive game Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is now on its way to Xbox One. The psychological horror game found prominence on the PS4 market thanks to its unusual playstyle and game mechanics involving mental health. And if you haven't seen enough of Matty already, here he is again with more on this story.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the prime!
My world is...
When we think of mental health, we never really attach it to our favourite characters, something that games like Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, a psychological horror game with a couple of twists, has succeeded in doing. Hi, I'm Matty Osborne, and let's take a look at what makes Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice a game Xbox users should be excited about.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through.
No, Dad, it's me.
Released previously as a PS4 exclusive game last year in August 2017 and later released on PC in the later half of 2017, the game is set to release now on Xbox One on the 26th of March 2018. Exploring a world enriched in Norse mythology and Celtic culture, Hellblade follows protagonist Senua, a picked warrior battling not only the otherworldly figures in order to return her dead lover's soul from the goddess Hela, but also her own psyche.
In the mind and fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back.
In contrast to many other games, its introduction of the character's mental health is something most games only tackle as an after effect of horror and extreme forms of trauma, rather than as a piece of the game's mechanics. This is where Hellblade differs. The character's mental state is heavily fluctuant throughout the game, demonstrating the subversive and demonic-esque narrative behind Senua's struggle with psychosis and the trauma of her past. The game's exterior presence on the market brings about a better form of representation for those suffering with mental health, particularly psychosis, something that has yet to be done through the video game medium.
Control. A way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears.
But you'll have to find out on the 26th of March to know more about the game's rich and intense gameplay for yourselves. Maddie Osborne reporting for the Digital Realm. Back to you.
Now, staying with the gaming theme, Netflix-like subscription models are starting to make their way to video games. I had a look at Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass, which gives players access to a library of over 150 games available to download and play for a monthly fee. Subscription models are becoming increasingly popular. It is even branching out to video games. Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass allows users to access a library of over 150 games for both Xbox One and Xbox 360 for a monthly fee of £7.99. There is also a 14-day free trial available if you wish to test the service out before committing to a subscription. To access the games, you must download them from the Xbox Marketplace and play as you normally would. However, should your subscription expire, you will no longer be able to play the games you have downloaded until you renew your subscription. Some of the games included Halo 5 Guardians, Max, and the ever-popular Fable series. Game Pass is similar to EA Access, which is another service where players can pop EA games early and access games in the vault for a monthly fee of £3.99. Subscription models are becoming more popular by the day and could soon be the norm for many game publishers. Let us know what you think over on social media. Our Twitter is @media_ICOV. This has been Jack Edgley reporting for ICOV.
Now moving on from the games and onto music technology. Mobile apps to mix and create songs are becoming increasingly popular and can help you to produce music on the go. Jasmine Amara looks into the best apps available on the market.
Ever wanted to learn how to DJ, but haven't got the money or equipment to do so? Well, I've reviewed 5 of the best DJ apps for the iPhone to help you practice your mixing skills on your mobile device. We're starting off with Pacemaker. Free for Apple users exclusively, its neon visuals and simple controls make Pacemaker the most accessible app for budding DJs. You can put in tracks from your iTunes, as well as streaming service Spotify Premium, and then mix them easily with the help of the built-in sync features. Extra effects from loop and reverb to chop chop and 8-bit can be bought with in-app purchases. Next up, DJ2 models itself on a physical set of decks. Like Pacemaker, it works with your local collection as well as with Spotify Premium. You can also record your mixes for later listening and sharing. DJ2 is a good bridge between people who are just getting started with DJing and those who want to play with more powerful features and audio effects, some of which are sold as in-app purchases. Another well-established DJ app alongside the DJ series goes by the name eDJing5. Besides the songs downloaded to your device, it can also access music from streaming services, SoundCloud and Deezer. Mixing is simple with similar tools to help you out. The Cross DJ app is another good free option if you don't want to spend your money on effects sold as in-app purchases. It can draw from your local music collection as well as SoundCloud with a good range of mixing controls, plus an automatic option if you want to take a break. Finally, an app for more experienced DJs from Native Instruments, one of the most well-known companies in the DJing world. Track to DJ ditches the idea of virtual decks in favour of getting you hands-on with songs waveforms using multi-gesture controls. It works with your iTunes library and also plays nicely with other music apps on your device. So there you have it, 5 DJ apps to get the party started. Why not try one out yourself?
Wow, that looks amazing. I might just have to try that out at home.
Yeah, definitely. So what are your DJing skills like, Drew?
Well, my initials are DJ.
Well, on that note, unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. Make sure you check out our website at www.icov.co.uk and all our socials too, @media_icov. See you next time.